All right, we're live. Late reviews all the way around. But before I get into it, a few things I want to address. One, let's make sure my voice isn't messed up, and I'm speaking in a clear voice right now. Isn't uh, just all chipmunked out? So let me go to that. I'm speaking in a clear voice right now. All right, success. We have a clear voice. Second thing, let me address this. Um, it's only me doing the review for this week. Tech Rev, he's sick and he couldn't join us, but he will be back next week. So that's that, and his Twitch link is in the description. So let me turn this also the air conditioner off because it kind of like stops the sound or whatever. It makes the sound a little bit harder to pick up. So anyway, a what's the word I'm looking for? A non-memorable week in wrestling, if you want to say that. Um, WWE Raw and SmackDown. Not even going to talk about those. I just stopped watching those like months ago. So the best starting point would be, I would guess, Ring of Honor, and this was a pretty decent show. Um, this was one of the live events that I attended. Um, I saw I saw all of these matches, and there are more to come. And when I saw the first match, which was uh, not Alex Shelley, but Chris Sabin versus Scorpio Sky, it was damn entertaining. And the finish came with Chris Sabin hitting Cradle Shock on Scorpio Sky, and then what really stole the show, that match, was Alex Shelley getting on the mic and pretty much cutting the speech saying that he's retiring from wrestling for a while, taking a time off. And all while I'm listening to him do this, I'm like, he's gonna swerve somebody. This is like got to be some kind of heel promo where he's like, "Oh yeah, false sense of security," and then he just melees Chris Sabin. But they didn't do that, and the reason they didn't do that is because Chris Sabin from last week, he beat, I think, Silas Young to become number one contender for the world's television title. Mercedes Martinez comes out. He attacks both of them. And Scorpio Sky, this is where you see a face turn for SCU. The crowd at that time in the I don't want to call it an arena, but in the building, they were really hot for SCU. So Scorpio Sky makes the save for Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley against Punishment Martinez. Then you had the second match, which was Jenny Rose versus Karen Q. Uh, this match was whatever. Karen Q, I think she's in the Mae Young Classic. Thick. I don't remember. Like, this match was so lackluster that I think the match came. The end of the match came because there was this sub storyline to where Jenny Rose had chipped the tooth of Kelly Klein, who was on commentary. And when I was sitting in there, I was like, why the hell is Kelly Klein right here with this Jenny Rose and Karen Q match? But watching it on television, it makes more sense. So Kelly Klein throws her mouthpiece at Jenny Rose for the distraction, and Karen Q wins via roll up, whatever. Then you had the main event, which was Kenny King defeating the villain Marty Scurll. And out of all the matches on here, this was the best one with the use of story, because this match went back to where Kenny King was defeated by Austin Aries at the last pay-per-view, because he didn't have a killer instinct. He wasn't willing to do what it takes to win. But in the end of this match, you would think the villain, he's usually the one doing these tactics that get, uh, some kind of bad look or whatever. But in the end, it was Kenny King using the ropes and the tights. Ropes. It was one of them to. Yeah, it was the tights because I remember Marty Scurll, he like was complaining to the referee. So Kenny King used the tights to get a pinfall on Marty Scurll, and I guess we're getting to see Kenny King turn back into more of a do whatever it takes to win kind of heel. So besides the main event of Ring of Honor, not really much to see here, but trust me, it gets better. Next week is going to be a lot better. Then you had NXT. Well, basically the fallout from NXT Brooklyn 4. And look, NXT's after takeovers are mixed bags. You don't really expect anything special. You might get one match here that's, decent. And pretty much that's what this show was. You had one match that was just like out fucking standing. But before we get to that match, we had the first match. You had Bianca Belair versus Deonna Purrazzo. And if I'm not mistaken, this is Deonna Purrazzo's. No, it might be. It wasn't her debut of NXT. I don't know. I really don't follow NXT product, but Deonna Purrazzo, been a big fan of her since the RoH days, and I think she's gonna do big things. I don't know where they're gonna go with Bianca Belair. Probably gonna have her face Kairi Sane at the next takeover. Bianca Belair does get the pinfall victory over Deonna Purrazzo with like a reverse burning hammer or whatever. So solid. It was a solid match. Then you had the backstage promos where you had Ricochet celebrating his victory over Adam Cole. You had the Undisputed Era come in to try to attack him. Pete Dunne running interference. He's like, I'm not your mate. I just want your gold. Yeah, another piece of gold that you won't defend on television. Wow, Pete Dunne. That's what NXT needs. You with another title. Not trying not to be harsh on Pete Dunne. I'll explain more about Pete Dunne when I get to his match. You had Velveteen Dream get interviewed. He's like, I'm not going to tell you my plans. You have to wait until Wednesday, just like everyone else. They asked EC3 the same thing. And basically, we're going to get healed EC3. He's like, it's victory after victory, not loss, victory, loss, victory. It's victory after victory. I have to reassess some things because I'm the 1%, and 1% is not about money, it's about mindset. You got to be the 1% of everything or whatever. So I don't really I don't know if they're gonna turn EC3 heel. It's just, what is EC3 doing right now? I mean, let's be honest about that. They're talking about the Aleister Black stuff. Who attacked? I can't believe in NXT they're actually doing a whodunit. Stone Cold circa I did it for The Rock storyline. I did it for Gargano. I guess. Or Gargano. Either way, and the big revelation this week is that Nikki Cross was standing or sitting on top of the roof, so she saw everything. Let me get this straight. A raving lunatic like Nikki Cross is supposed to give accurate eyewitness testimony to an assault. Why though? Well, that doesn't make any sense. That's okay. But saving NXT, the best part of NXT this week was Pete Dunne versus Zach Gibson. Never seen Zach Gibson before. If I'm not mistaken, he won the UK tournament season 2, but whatever. Pete Dunne wins this match. It was a great match, but here's the thing. Zach Gibson, they were like, oh my God, the Shane Legates is one of the most devastating finishers of all time. Or whatever. They were like hyping it up. I'm like, wow, there must be some kind of like wicked ass finisher. It's just this. It's just him sitting on your back doing this. Like, okay, it hurts, but like, bro, the way they're hyping it up, it's just like it's like one of the most deadliest submissions of all time. Pete Dunne, when you watch him wrestle, you can't help but draw similarities to Daniel Bryan. And I'm not talking about facial or whatever. I'm talking about attitude and the way he wrestles, the technical way, but also with a little bit of power. I wish Daniel Bryan had the character of Pete Dunne now, instead of this, oh, I'm just a happy-go-lucky guy. Now I'm angry and I'm mad. Who's gonna get her ass kicked? He should be a badass all the time. Understandable fatherhood might have solved him a little bit, but damn, he's in the ring fighting. Not really too much more I can say about this. Some good technical stuff here. The joint manipulation stuff. Really love seeing that in any kind of match, especially when you have guys that know what the hell they're doing. Pete Dunne, he wins his match because in the end, Zach Gibson puts Pete Dunne in the Shangri gates. But Pete Dunne, he gets to the ropes with his teeth, and Zach Gibson stumps him on the bottom rope. Pete Dunne loses his mouthpiece, and Zach, he goes to like throw the mouthpiece, and right before he throws it into the crowd, Pete Dunne catches his hand and wishbones the fingers, and then Gibson, he's like, oh shit, which sets him up for the bitter end. This, I'm not talking shit about it, but this was a really damn good match. Like, probably the best match of the week. If I'm trying to find something, but yeah, this was the best match of the week. Now let's get into Impact, the main event. Main event of this review. So Impact comes out. It comes on the air. Sorry about that. It comes on the air, and Eddie Edwards comes to the ring, and he's like, "Oh man, I got my ass kicked, but I can admit when I got my ass kicked or whatever, I got myself, back up or whatever." He calls out Austin Aries and Killer Kross. So he calls him out, and Aries, he's all pumped up. He's like, "You're stupid, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to kick your ass, and Killer Kross going to kick your ass, and all this and all that." And Eddie, he's like, he just like tosses the Singapore cane at Killer Kross, deads Aries, takes out Killer Kross, gets the kendo stick back, knocks out Killer Kross, and right before he's like goes with the kill with the kendo stick, Austin Aries comes back in with a chop block, and they start beating up on Eddie. And when they do this, sorry, something got kind of messed up here. All right, let me get back. So they beat up on Eddie. They put him in the chokehold, and they also put him in a figure four. And right when you think it's done, because they start screaming at refs and security people to get the hell out of their way so they can pretty much take out Eddie Edwards with a steel chair around his neck, and they were going to swing another chair. Out comes Moose. Moose comes out, and he saves Eddie Edwards. And sorry, my stuff isn't working right now, so I can give like an accurate depiction of what, or just keep it, or accurate depiction of the match or whatever. Basically, how everything went in chronological order. So I'm gonna have to go to YouTube and look at all the clips and put everything together. All right, so after that, let me get this out of the way. Yeah, so after that, backstage, Moose and Eddie, they're talking, and he's like, "Yeah, you're back, blah, 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 blah. We're back." Alicia comes in. She's like, "Okay, good to see you, Moose." And he's like, "Yeah, I got my wife back." And she's like, "Look, I got a match." And Eddie's like, "Things are looking up. Got my wife, got my best friend. Woohoo!" So for now, things are on the up and up for Eddie Edwards. And next week at Redefined is going to be Eddie Edwards and Moose versus Killer Cross and the world champion Austin Aries in the main event. Then you had a package from Sami Callihan and OVE where they talk about, well, Sami talks about losing. And he says, look, I'm tired of losing, tired of looking like idiot with my head shaved. It's not his fault. It's Pentagon's fault that he got his head shaved. They lose. Dave got his head shaved. It's all Pentagon's fault. But tonight is going to end because he's going to beat Pentagon Jr. in a Mexican death match. Then you had another segment where Matt Sydal, he talks about being enlightened and that even though he's lost a lot, well, a couple of matches, I'm not going to say he's lost a lot because after Slammiversary, he's lost to Cage again, and then I think he lost to Penta. So that's 3 losses in a row. And he said that he had to also re-enlighten himself again. And last week when they had the finger coming out of nowhere, I thought it's like, okay, they're gonna give him maybe a manager or like a partner or something like that. Like, where did the finger come from? None of that. So he has a match against Zachary Wentz. If you don't know who Zachary Wentz is, you may not be alone. I know him from PWG and teaming with Desmond Xavier. And I was really surprised that on Impact, Josh Matthews brought up that he teams with Desmond Xavier, although you really can hide it because he came out with a Rascals t-shirt. But anyway, if they're going to have Zachary Wentz come out and, say he's a part of the Rascals with Xavier, you might as well just bring this tag team to Impact because let's be honest, Desmond Xavier ain't really doing shit right now. And this Zachary Wentz, he's pretty damn talented. Granted, full disclosure, this is my first time ever seeing him wrestle ever. I just seen like clips on PWG. This is my first time seeing him wrestle, like I said, and I was very impressed. Very. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess this was his trial run, but I would think the best thing to do would be to put, bring the Rascals to Impact. I mean, what could you lose? Matt Sydal does end up winning this match, and this was a good athletic match. He wins with, like, he knocks Zachary Wentz in the head with a knee, and then a head strike, and then he hits him with sort of like a playmaker, but with the head like a swinging body breaker. I can't really even, like, I don't even know what that move's called, but he's been using it as like a setup or whatever, but now it's a finisher because of what happened. So I'm looking forward to see if they bring the Rascals to Impact, and also where they go with Matt Sydal. It's that simple. Then you had Eli Drake just chilling, being cool, and the Cult of Lee, which this storyline is weird, but I'm intrigued because, for one, it's the Cult of Lee. Trevor Lee, the cult leader, looking up to Eli Drake with his minion, Caleb Conley. So now will it be the Cult of Eli? Like, Eli Drake, he's like, look, I just need you guys for a second. You guys kind of suck. You guys can't even beat these jabronis right here. And they like go into this rant, like talking like Eli Drake, you dummies, and they have a match. Like, they set up for a match. And Eli Drake's like, okay, well, I guess we'll see what happens with that shit. Oh boy. Then we hit a low point. Let me hit my juice because this was horrible. Like, Kiera Hogan versus like Alicia Edwards. This was damn near like one of the worst things I've ever seen on television. It was just, I don't know if both of them suck, one of them sucks. I don't know what it is, but this was horrible. The best thing about this match, Kiera Hogan's ass. That basically, I don't know. I think Kiera Hogan won, but really, who the fuck cares? This man, horrible, disgusting. Then Allie gets in the ring and she's like, Su Yung, isn't a challenge, blah, 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 blah. And the only way I can really beat you is to have Tessa Blanchard in there, also because she attached me too. So at Redefined, it's going to be set up a triple threat between Tessa, Allie, Su Yung for the Knockouts title. I only care when I say this. I think it's too early to give. Like I know I don't know who's going to win this match, but it's too early to have Tessa Blanchard in this kind of match. A world title match in a 3-way. Why? Like, what I would think would be better is Allie versus Su Yung. Last time ever. If Allie cannot win against Su Yung, she does not get a title shot forever until Su Yung loses the title. It's over with. Allie has to move on to another feud. Su Yung has to move over to another feud. And you got Tessa Blanchard somewhere else. Tessa Blanchard really only had like maybe one feud. Like, she had one versus Kira, and that was kind of one against Madison, which was let's not really talk about that because she lost. And granted, it was to set up for Madison to be strong against Su Yung. Then she had one against Allie, which is still ongoing. So, what really has Tessa Blanchard done to warrant a title shot at this point in time? Granted, she defeated a lot of people, but not anyone of merit to warrant a title shot. All that being said, I'm still looking forward to this match. Then you had another low point in the show. Kongo Kong and Johnny Impact had a fight at a pool with people who weren't in on the real brother, who had their cameras out and were just like, yeah. Instead of, oh shit, it's a big, savage looking, I don't know what the fuck you call it, kind of dude here. Like, no surprise. Dog. Shut up. You know how small dogs are. Anyway, then you had Grado and Joe Hendry are backstage, and Katrina's there with him, and Katrina's like, look, I didn't sign up to like be here with a loser. Like, we're becoming laughing stock. Like, Grado, step it up, bro. Step it the fuck up. And Joe Henry's like, look, you can do better. You will get him next time. And Grado pretty much says he's going to go eat macaroni and cheese. Like, and then Henry and Katrina leave, and all of a sudden you hear Scarlett Bordeaux's music. And Scarlett Bordeaux, like, this guy who's with her, Bobo, I've done some research. He's like a pretty well-known Canadian wrestling interview or whatever. It's nice to see Impact, I guess, giving him this job until they leave from Canada. I don't even know if he's gonna like ride with them or whatever, because it pretty much seems like he's turned into Scarlett Bordeaux's manservant or something like that. Like, I don't know if he's like gonna interfere in her matches or just carry her bags or whatever because she's hot. But it's an interesting twist on her character that she like so hot that she's making dudes like pretty much like do weird shit for her or whatever. So Grado, he's like, I'm girlfriend. She's mad that I'm losing. And Scarpado, look, come on my show. I can fix all your problems, but you got to do something for me. And she makes Grado do a pole dance for her and Bobo. And Bobo's just like there. Yeah, that's fucking sexy popcorn and Grado. I'm really excited. Okay. Grado tries to put little Grado on Scarlet, and she like slaps his ass, and he's like, "Oh!" He falls off the couch. I got mixed feelings about the Scarlet Bordeaux character. Like, it's a very unique wrestling character, especially with the sex appeal, the music. And this is where I'm going to disagree with Chase Oliver. Yes, I know we have a lot of disagreement. She's got the character down. From what I've seen in the past, she's not that good of a wrestler. And look, I know, character over wrestling. But here's the thing. I need a decent balance of both. If you're a great character, I need you to at least give me something decent in the ring, not just be, oh, good character, but you wrestle like the bums at the local VA. Or the bums in bingo halls that never get past the mid card. Like, there needs to be a reason that I'm watching on television. And granted, the reason we're watching wrestling is storylines, characters, and in-ring action. All that needs to be a decent package. So I'm waiting to see where they take this Bordeaux character in ring wise, because if they were just gonna bring her in to be a talk show hold backstage, that's kind of a waste. Like, she needs to be like somewhere near the title scene. Not now, like I said, with Tessa, but some feuds, some other stuff. What's their motivation here? Like, to be fucking sense. If you're a hot girl, you know you're fucking hot. So that's not really a motivation. Is she using her looks to like get any kind of gold, win matches? Like, what's the goal here? To get power backstage? But I'm like I said, I'm keeping with it. Then you had KM and Falaba defeating the Desi Hit Squad, and Falaba comes out with matching ring gear for KM and K. Like, they both got the like KM's wearing Falaba's tights basically, and okay, but here's the thing. If you're gonna go through all this trouble, don't break these guys up. You're gonna have them like go through these ups and downs, and now you got them wearing matching ring gear, and both of them are wrestling barefoot, and one has the panda, one has the favorite, and you have them beat the Desi Hit Squad, who now are going on like a 2-match losing streak. Build them up like a feud, and then the world titles or something like that. Like, just don't be like, oh, one match. We're back to fighting. Don't do, like, people can only take the roller coaster for like so much. We're enemies. Oh, we're friends. Oh, we're friends. You lost one match. Like, just keep it rolling. Keep the consistency. Don't know what they're going to do with the Desi Hit Squad also, because they've kind of slowed the momentum down on that, haven't they? Then you have Rich Swann talking normally. Like when I heard him talk, he's like, yeah, man, I just want to be here, you know, etch my name in stone as one of the greatest X Division people. Just be, athletic black guy, talking to you regular with a casual suit on, walking normally, I just want to be that guy. Nothing to see here, folks. I know my outlandish ring performance and gear would warrant me to be like some kind of crazy character. But hey, I'm just a respectful, nicely dressed black man. Okay. But in all seriousness, at Redefined is going to be Brian Cage versus Phoenix, which, yeah, I could definitely, I definitely understand why they put Phoenix in that spot. But after that, Red Swan with some wins going to get either Cage or Phoenix for the X-Men title. Yes, and yes. And then you, before we get to the main event, two things. Well, really one thing. I already announced that Aries and Carl are going to face Moose and Eddie, so that's out of the window. This is what people are really talking about this week for Impact. So LAX, after beating King and the OGs in a street fight from the streets, in the street, by the water. They're celebrating on the block, in the hood, in Canada. Anyway, so they're celebrating and they're like, yeah, man, we did this for the block. Yeah, all you guys that we've never seen before or don't really show up on camera. We did it all for you. Gang signals. Where's Diamante? Anyway, they hand their belts to like this rando kid, and they're like, hold the belts. You can be like us one day if you aren't so fucking fat. And they're like, look, we're gonna get something out of the truck to celebrate, some liquor or some drugs, whatever. They cross the street, and King, who after a week isn't like displaying any signs of like head injury at all, after getting clobbered probably in the face or the top of the head with a billiard ball in a fucking sock. Side note, I don't know if any of you play pool or engage in street fights and have fought people who use billiard balls in fucking socks. But if you know, billiard balls are fucking heavy and hard. So somebody swing that at the top of your head, you will be out of commission for a while, or at least in the back seat, which is shit wrapped up. But King's in the back seat, just chilling, giving the orders, and Homicide, living up to his name, runs over a kid. And this is where I'm going to alleviate some of the pressure on LAX. People are like, oh, the acting of wrestlers isn't movie quality. Why aren't these guys fucking Brad Pitt? These guys should be acting like Brad Pitt. When the kid got ran over, they should have linked over, shed one tear only, got up. Why? No, I'm not going to fall for bad acting. I'm going to laugh at it, but yeah, I don't know if it warranted a kid getting killed, but I don't even know like where you would go from here. Like what the promo was like. One second, let me hit the juice. OGs, you took it too far. You killed a kid. This one's for Richie. Did you say you kill somebody over tag team gold? Oh, okay, sir. Whatever. Then you had the main event. Best part of the show, in my opinion, Sami Callihan finally defeats Pentagon Jr. with a stuffed power driver from the top rope into a table. This wasn't as brutal or as vicious as their pay-per-view match, nor should it have been because, free match, but it served its purpose. You had Pentagon Jr. stapling Sami Callihan's hat to his head and then ripping it off. You had various nut shot low blows and grabs if you're into that kind of thing. Just a decent hardcore match. And where do both of these guys go from here? I mean, who does Sami Callihan feud with? I don't know. Pentagon, I guess he leaves and goes to Underground for a while and then makes a triumphant return. But I do know they probably need to give Sami Callihan something else, another feud, because this feud is not, it hasn't worn thin yet, but it's getting kind of close to my okay, bro. Wrap this shit up. Okay. I think that's pretty much it, man. Like, it's really the only thing that happened as far as like interesting stuff. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to get out of here for next week. And well, I said, oh shit, I got a cat like nah, it's like 4 months or whatever. She's like jumped from like a Tupperware case to like the top of the roof. Like, cats are fucking amazing. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here and catch you guys later. And next week it'll be me and Tech back, and hopefully the wrestling for the week is a lot better. Anyway, I catch you guys later. Peace out.